besties, thank you for clicking on today's video. In this video, we're going to be doing a full dedicated video on makeup collection cheek products. So blush, bronzer, highlighter. I might save highlighter for another video just because I have so many and I really want to swatch all of those for you. But that's what today's video is going to be. If you guys like makeup collection videos, I feel like you'll like this one. I love you guys and thank you so much for watching. Hey besties, as you can see we have our bronzers, blushes, and highlighters, and really for the most part I have them divided into more expensive and then more affordable categories. That way it's really easy for me to navigate whenever I'm making videos and stuff. It's just really easy for me to access it that way. I actually just threw this first product in here just for the video's sake, but I always keep this one in my makeup bag. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick. You guys, I have to tell you that this is my favorite bronzer that I have, like cream bronzer. I think the shade is beautiful. It's in the shade Baked. I think that you will never ever go through this. I want to say it's 20 or 30 bucks. But like I said, you will never go through this, and I think this is a really good product for beginners. If you are intimidated by cream bronzer, you should definitely try this out first. You really should. This is the iconic London Ultimate Bronzing Powder. I really love this one, you guys. I truly do. If you want to buy it for really affordable right now, all you have to do is go onto BoxyCharm's website and then go to their beauty bash. You just have to like make an account really quickly, and then you do their beauty bash. And then guys, this is on sale for I want to say like $9 right now, and it's usually really expensive. So this is a really nice bronzer. I will say the shade is a bit dark for me at the moment, as you can see. I already showed you, but it's a really good bronzer. This is the Pretty Vulgar Bronze Bee Bronze Mannequin Bronzer. I don't really have a lot to say about this one. The quality, like, it feels really creamy. I just don't really use it that much, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's actually really pretty though, so I really need to start doing that. But yeah, it's a nice one. Now this is the Tequila Tan Bronzer from Kylie Cosmetics. Looks like that. I really love this shade for my skin tone, and I think that it really does go on the skin really nicely. This one would be one of my favorites. It's definitely better if you're more on the fair side than say the Pretty Vulgar one. Like, I feel like you can see the difference in tones there. I think that's why I don't use the Pretty Vulgar one, because I just think that this one works a little bit better for my skin tone personally at the moment. This one isn't even open yet, you guys, but it's the Fenty Beauty Shady Biz Bronzer. I just have an extra from a Black Friday. And then this one is the Fenty Cream Bronzer in the shade Macchiato. And I really like this one for when I'm a little bit more tan. It looks like that. It actually looks like really messy and gross in there. So please don't even mind that. This one is from Ciate Beauty. This is what it... Ooh, wrong side. This is what it looks like. I actually really love this bronzer too, and it blends out really easily on the skin. Really pretty, you guys, for sure. I love this, and a little bit goes a long way. These are the Fenty Beauty bronzers, the powder ones. This is the Shady Biz shade. Looks like this, you guys. Amazing. Amazing quality, you guys. We have this one, which is called In the Sun, which I also really love. And that one is a little bit lighter and cool tone, as you can see. Really good for if you're super pale. Next one is the Lumi Bronzer, and I will tell you guys, I do not mind this one. Like, this is a pretty good bronzer, smooth to the touch. The shade isn't really my favorite. This is in the shade 01. It's just really light. I think if you're super duper pale, you would like this one a little bit more than me. I mean, I'm super duper pale, but I still feel like this one, if you are a little bit lighter than me, would be way better for you personally. But I definitely feel like the formula is really good. They come out with these, I think, like every year in different like packagings and stuff, and yeah, I really like it. I have two of these actually. I'll show you. I have two of these. Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer and 01 Cool. I think that this could be a really good product if it actually was shade 01. Like, it is their 01, but it shouldn't be. I feel like this is too dark to be the lightest shade possible. I just feel that way. Like, I know you guys saw all the other shades that I showed you, and I definitely would have to say that this one, like, look at my arm, my hand, and then look at this. Like this is really, really dark to be the lightest shade. Let me know if you agree. And I bought this one because I thought it was a dupe for this one, but you guys, like, look at the difference in tones, and these are both supposed to be 01, shade 01. This is a bronzer. I'm not sure the brand, but it's in the shade Sunlight. You guys, this is a beautiful bronzer. My friend gifted this to me like years ago. It's definitely time to probably declutter it, but it's just such a pretty warm color, you guys. This is a Revolution Baked Bronzer. It looks like that. I really don't know why I have this. I don't use it at all. I probably should test it out like this week or something and see what the quality is like, because I'm kind of curious. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in shade 01. Again, you guys see what I'm saying? Like, this is light. The other one is just so dark that I showed you guys before. I'm gonna move on past that though. I'm stuck on that still. But this is a really, really good blendable, smooth, creamy, oh, just like dupe for like those expensive products. I think this is a really, really good product, you guys. Super duper underrated. I don't hear enough people talking about this, but you guys, this is bomb diggity. Like, this is so good. And if you guys have been looking for an affordable bronzer from the drugstore, I would definitely look at Milani. They're actually having a sale for Black Friday at the moment. I don't know if it'll be like past that when I put this video up, but just so you guys are aware of that as well. This is the Heat Wave Bronzer from Be a Bombshell Cosmetics. I have no idea like where this came from. I'm being so honest. Like, this must have been a gift from a friend, or maybe it is a friend's, because I have no idea like where this came from. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, you guys. And I think that the quality on this is actually really good, especially for how much this is, you guys. I think it's like $5. But my only gripe with it is how tiny it is. I really wish that it was a little bit bigger, not gonna lie. Like, I really, really think that it could be bigger, because when I try to put my brush in it sometimes, it's kind of like a hard process because I have kind of like a bigger angle brush that I put in here. But with a beauty blender or something, it's fine if you want to use it that way, or if you have like a smaller brush to really put in there. But that's my only gripe. This is the LA Girl Velvet Bronzer, and while I think this is a nice product because I think it is like $2, I don't know, I just feel like when I blend it out, I can't like stripe it on my face like say the Ciate one. I have to actually like put it on a brush and then apply it for it to actually look good. That's just something I want to bring up really quickly. This one is also from LA Girl. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade, what is your shade? Toffee. And I just thought this would be a nice bronzer shade. I picked it up the other day. I haven't used it yet though, but I just thought this might be a nice cream bronze. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting to get to this one, you guys. Ooh, this is the Baked Bronzer from Milani in the shade Dulce. I don't even know why I'm looking at the back because I know exactly what this is. This is a phenomenal bronzer. This one will have you looking so beautiful, like beautiful if you are like my skin tone or maybe even a little bit deeper. Guys, do you see that? It just gives you such a natural glow, and it just, oh, I mean, it's one of those that like it's hard to not use too much just because of how beautiful you will look when you use this product. Let me know if you've used this before and if you agree. I think that they have some amazing formulas with Milani, and this would have to be my top one. This is the Morphe bronzer in the shade Icon, which I think is like the lightest one. I don't really have a lot to say about this bronzer. I mean, it's a pretty standard bronzer. It blends cool. The pigmentation is medium. I mean, it's a pretty good bronzer. You know, it's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. It's kind of like in the middle. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. This is my Butter Bronzer, and this is like the OG one. I feel like I want to get the lighter shade because I think this shade specifically might be a little bit too dark for me. And I think if I tried the lighter one, I might actually really like it more. The smell is really strong too, you guys. If you guys don't like in your face smells, you will not like this. It smells like really like tropical, like almost like sunscreen. It really gives that vibe, or like sun tanning oil. Moving on to my blushes, the more expensive ones. These are my Kylie Jenner ones from her first ever collab. These are in the shade X-Rated and Virginity. I actually really liked these, so I'm not sure why she had reformulated. I would say that like these ones weren't as pigmented as the newer ones, and the packaging is nicer on the newer ones as well. But here is what those look like. Really, really beautiful shades. And these are all of her newer ones, you guys, and I have a lot of shades to go through. We're going shopping. Really, really beautiful shade. Baddie on the block. A little bit more of like a pinky tone than the other one. This one is called Pink Power, and if I ever put a little bit too much blush on of any shade other than this one, I always go over top with this one, and it really mutes it down and even like blends in the blush a little bit better with the actual foundation that I'm wearing. This one is called Close to Perfect, and I actually use this one a freaking lot. I feel like you can tell, but I think it's the perfect everyday blush. And this one is called Winter Kiss, you guys, and I love that she has this one in her line because it's so different than any of the other blushes that I own, and it's really, 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 really gorgeous, you guys. I will say I don't wear this one all the time, but when I do, it's a moment. And then we have the deepest one that I own, which is called Rosy, which looks like this, which looks gorgeous whenever I have like a burgundy eye moment. I am obsessed. This one is the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Tropical Hues blush. The only thing I'll say about this one is that I do prefer a more matte blush opposed to like a more shimmery one. This one has a little bit of like a sheen to it, but not too much to where like I'm thrown off, so just mentioning that. This is the Luminous Loose Blush by Studio Makeup, and this is the only one that I'm really going to show you guys that I'm not like the biggest fan of. I really don't like loose blushes. It's really, really not my thing. I think it can make the application process harder than it needs to be, and yeah, I'll tell you straight up. I like this color, but I don't like this concept. This is the 05 Desert Rose Note Blush, and it looks like that. So this one's a little bit deeper than X-Rated. I do enjoy this shade. It's super duper pigmented though, but just go in with a really light hand if you do like this one. This is the Ciate London Marbled Light Halo Blush, and I actually think these are really, really stunning. I think these are really beautiful. Really, really pretty. A little sheen to it. This is the Rose Latte Cream Blush from Fenty Beauty. I actually really, really like this formula. It kind of looks intimidating in the pan and like it wouldn't fit me, but it's actually a really nice fall blush, especially when I blend it out with a beauty blender. You can really dull it down, work it up, whatever you want to do. I really love these. You guys, these are the Milani Baked Blushes. I haven't opened this specific shade. It's in the shade Coralina. This one is Luminoso. I feel like everyone and their mama talks about Luminoso. It is a really, really beautiful shade. I don't think it's my favorite out of all of these though. This one is in the shade Red Vino 09. Looks like that. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. So pretty. I have to go really, really light-handed with this specific one. This one is in the shade Sunset Passion. I really, really, really love this one as well. This one is another Luminoso. I think I have two because one came from a vault. Bellissimo Bronze. Ooh, that's a good one. This one isn't opened yet, but it's called Dulce Pink. This one is Rose d'Oro. Looks like that. Is that focusing? I don't know if it's going to focus because it still has that wrap on it. This one is called Bella Bellini, and this one is actually really, really stunning, you guys. I love it. I know I said earlier I didn't really like shimmery blushes, but this one just gives a really, really beautiful highlight to the point where you don't even need to add highlighter on the cheeks if you don't want, and it just looks really, really good. Really good. I have another one called Petal Primavera, but I don't see it in here, you guys, but just know that one is also one of my favorites as well. And then we have this blush from Milani called Petal Cove. It is the rose powder blushes. These rose powder blushes are nice, but I just prefer the baked blushes. But I mean, these aren't like a trashy formula. It's just like, I don't like it as much as the baked powders. And then we have a ton of Putty Blushes from e.l.f. So we're just going to run really quickly through each shade. This one is Turks and Caicos. This one is Tahiti. This one is Bahamas. And then we have Fiji. And then I accidentally bought another Fiji. And I really love the formula on that. I actually would even say that these two are kind of similar. Would you guys agree with that or no? I would say they're kind of similar for sure. This one is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable. And it's in the shade Baby Blossom, and I really love this one also for cleaning up any overboard blush application that I do. I just feel like it makes the skin look really seamless after I blend it in with the blush that I put on first, and that's really how I use this one.